Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisco Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Civilization, Eras, and Allies, we've got the special polls to do in Season 4. That's right, I'm 4 seasons in, and we've got Guan Yu, we've got Newton, who looks really sick, and one more actually, if we go to the rewards and odds here. There's also Liu Bei. Am I pronouncing that correctly? So in this video, we'll do a few polls. We'll talk about what they do and how good they are. And my theory here is that at some point there'll be an event where all these special recruits will be recruitable on a regular basis or on a recurring basis or at some point again. So this video will provide value, hopefully, to folks down the line. All right. Now we'll go in order of how badass I think these three are, starting with Guan Yu, who, funny enough, I think is probably not the strongest of the three, but who knows? I mean, the future metas could bring any kind of situation. Ending with the one that I think is the strongest, so let's start with Guan Yu. What does Guan Yu do, and why would I want him in my roster? Let's review. His skill, which at max effect does it's engage, trigger rate 100%, range of 5, increase combat damage dealt of your own active skill each turn by 40%, and further increase it by an additional 15% for each buff possessed, up to a maximum of 6 times. Lasts until the end of the turn. When there are 2 or more buffs, deal either attack damage or int damage to a random target 1 additional time based on which stat is higher. So he obviously is scaling with active skill usage and being buffed. Now, one of the ways I like to figure out, hey, is like a hero any good, is I want to just get a look at like, what lineups does the game recommend for them, and where does that put us? And as predicted, here is the active skill synergy with Joan of Arc and Oda, who, funny enough, I have. So here's one recommended setup. The game is rating this as a 4-star configuration. I actually don't know how that configuration is determined, but another one over here is Guan Yu, Napoleon, and Gudit. They've got, I mean, honestly, a lot of different combinations here. David, Liu Bei, who I think is probably the strongest, spoiler alert, of these 3 polls, and Guan Yu. Guan Yu's damage buffers, Guan Yu, Liu Bei, and Cao Cao. Okay. And obviously there's a lot of armies here that are recommended. We don't need to go through every one. I mean, you know, pair them with QSH and Joan, like, sure. Any other super tall orders you've got for me here? Anyways, yeah, put him with good heroes. He's good. So the next hero, who I think he's pretty dang cool, is Newton. All right, Newton, Sir Isaac Newton. What's he got for us? The falling apple icon is legendary, baby, legendary. The Newtonian mechanics. Okay, this is a passive skill. Targets 2 enemy heroes. Increase your own passive defense by 40% affected by int and gain counter tactics. Ooh, for those not familiar. After being hit by a basic attack, you deal int damage to an attacker once. So when you're hit by a basic attack, deal counter tactics damage. That's damage rate of 50% affected by int to the attacker. When all allies receive healing, does not include healing received from dealing damage, you deal int damage. Damage rate 50% by int to 1 random enemy within a range of 3 to self 1 time. And this can trigger 5 times per turn when all allies receive healing. So this is an insane healing synergy, right? Like you heal your team, and for having healed your team, you do damage. I feel like that could pop off so hard. I mean, obviously you're vulnerable to anti-healing, but you know, as long as you can deal with that, you're good. I think this seems really, really cool. If we look at the lineups, the game has 4 recommended 5-star lineups. Pericles, Sun Tzu, and Newton. Hey, I could run that combo. Like if I got Newton, I could cook this. That's kind of hype for me. Okay, what else has the game got for us here? Okay, Newton's healing counter strikers. Okay, Sun Tzu, Caesar, kind of a tall order, then Newton. Okay, add in QSH, Pericles, QSH, Newton. I don't have QSH, so for me that'd be a little tough. And then there it is, Newton's counter strikers. I almost like Newtonian Counter-Strikers, but I know that's not exactly what that is. Anyways, we already... Did I already look at this combo? It's... Okay. Sun Tzu was the captain in the healing Counter-Strikers. Here you've got Pericles captain. Got it. All right. So, some cool lineups here, but... Liu Bei. What's your story, bro? What do you got for me? Well... An engage skill, trigger rate of 100% chance, range of 2 at the start of each turn, restore troops, heal rate of 80% affected by int to 2 ally heroes when they take an action, and increase their combat damage. Ooh. Also increase their combat attack and int by 20 affected by int. Effects last until the end of the turn. The Benevolent Emperor. I feel like he's pretty strong. We get a look at the lineups here. We've got the powerful expansion bond. Alexander the Great, Sun Tzu, and Liu Bei. I could make this. Mulan's healing expansion. I could do this too. Mulan, Liu Bei, Hannibal Barca, and Harold's healing expansion. Wait a minute. I can run any of these. So, you know, if I got sufficiently lucky, I could run Liu Bei. So let's see if we get lucky. You got to pull him. We got 5 pulls for free. That's pretty decent. I got another 25 pulls. Really, the magic is getting to 250. Select a season 1, 2, or 3 champion hero of your choice. Or choose Newton, Guan, Trajan, or Tejo. No Liu Bei. Interesting. Very interesting. But they have Trajan and Tejo in there. I mean, really, we just need to get lucky. How hard could that be? Obviously, that won't be difficult, right? Right? This will be easy. The odds are 6.66% for a 5-star hero. So, okay. Okay. Well, you know, and I could get anybody. Chat, it could be anybody. But it's gonna be one of those 3, gosh darn it. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. The pity is guaranteed every 20 pulls, for what it's worth. The season shop, you can go and get a bunch of tickets in here. If you wanted to go that route. This event, I think, lasts for like 12 days. Around that amount of time. Anyways, let's do our pulls, shall we? Here we go. No whammies. Let's get lucky, please. Okay, well, so far, you know, technically we are playing. Okay, here we go. Come on. Flip me legend. Next time it's guaranteed. We got the pity. All right, come on. Here it is, guaranteed. What do we get? Boudica. Boudica, who I already have. Now, we did go before pity, and I can recruit a few more times. I'm going to do it. I got 10 pulls. Can we get another legendary? Probably not. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, well, we didn't get it here, but we can cook it up. We can cook this up. Spend a little bit of gold. We got there. Okay, who'd we get? Oh my Boudica. Double booty. Double Boudica. Well. You know, depending on who you talk to, someone told me that, no, sir, the pronunciation is Boadicea. I don't know. Boudica, Boadicea. Either way, I was not happy to see her. Well, Cheesy, you get what you get, and you don't get upset. If we view the max effect, increase the trigger rate of your active skills by 10% during the first 4 turns, gain Unstoppable. After successfully using an active skill, increase own combat damage dealt by active skills by 10%. The effect stacks and lasts until the end of the battle. Yeah. Okay. I already own the retire skill. I have literally already retired her. Gosh darn it. I mean, maybe I'll go back and do more of these polls. Oh, hello. Free recruit today. We got to go do that. We do our free recruit. I also have way too much silver accumulated. I got stuff I need to go do. Value to get, chat. But while we're here, I got 41 of these bad boys. We could do a little bit of regular recruiting just for funsies in the vid. All right. So let's just slam a few of these. Let's just get ourselves another legend. Hopefully it's a good one. If it's Boudica, by the way, if it is Boudica, what? I mean, I'm going to lose it, chat. I'm going to lose it. No whammies. No Boudica. Don't be... Oh, Nathaniel Green. I mean, it wasn't Boudica, but it also was Nathaniel Green. I mean, I own this skill already. So Nathaniel Green, the, I don't know, combo piece you can use until you have better, question mark? During even numbered turns, increase trigger rate of combo skills for allied ranged and infantry heroes by 20%. Also increase allied cavalry heroes combat attack, combat defense, combat int, and combat agi by 20 affected by int. Yeah, I mean, there he is. I could pull more and hope for better. Should we do that? I mean, I feel like, could we just see what we get here? We just use a few more of these bad boys and we see what we get? You know, we have them. We could use them. Pity guaranteed. In just a few more pulls here. Here it is. You ready? What's it going to be? Arthur. The old Arthur Wellesley bull. Wellesley. Well, you enjoyed the vid, throw a like in here, subscribe. If you haven't already downloaded Civilization Heirs and Allies, you can use my sponsored link in the description. Big thank you to the makers of the game for sponsoring this video. Oh my goodness. You win some and you lose some on the polls, chat. But maybe we'll come back and whale up, swing into 250 polls, and guarantee that we get our EX pull. But until then, you know, season's going great. I'll probably do an update on that soon, all right? It's nighttime. It's nighttime, chat. 3 hours of night mode, so I had time to make the vid because everybody's asleep. And by everybody's asleep, I mean it takes twice as much to do stuff right now, so we're chilling. We're chilling, recovering our AP. Again, you enjoyed the vid, throw a like in here, subscribe to the channel, check the cards in the end screen. Thanks again to the makers of the game for sponsoring the video. I'll have some other S4 stuff over here that I think you'll enjoy. Go enjoy it. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.